Wow, it has been a week. I, I would argue one of the more eventful weeks of this year. There's a lot to talk about today. I actually have three different topics I wanted to cover. But first, I want to say, you know how you've seen a lot of my recent, maybe few videos I've been cutting because of like a cough? I have pneumonia. I didn't know that. I went in to get checked out yesterday because I got chest X-rays, I got blood drawn, I had to do I had to pee in a cup, and they're like, yeah, you have pneumonia. So we now know why I've been coughing so much. So I've been taking antibiotics, and hopefully I'll be fine soon. But that's not what's important. What's important is the submarine. So you know how yesterday I had made a video about how the sub with a bunch of billionaires went down to go see the Titanic, and when trying to view a monument to billionaires' own hubris, the billionaires had died to their own hubris, supposedly. So they they only have a few hours left as of me recording this, and so I saw some people do some digging into the background of some of the things with this project, like the billionaire's son, and some equivalent things going on. I'll show you. I didn't want to spoil it because it's kind of funny, but the first thing is that this company has dealt with not one, but two lawsuits. Two separate lawsuits. The first one is about getting sued for fraud, because apparently he had a few trips that he was going to plan with someone that they paid $500,000 to go on, which $500,000 is double what any of the other people paid for this trip that they got lost on. But the problem is he kept rescheduling it due to safety concerns and bad conditions and things like that, which, yeah, that's a good reason to reschedule, but you didn't pay them back. He didn't pay them back their $500,000 after never taking them on the trip. And now he's going to die at the bottom of the ocean, like hypothetically, possibly. And that's a problem. But the other lawsuit came from one of their actual workers. One of their workers sued the company because it's a potential danger to passengers. So they didn't sue because of the danger. What happened was the dude got fired for telling the CEO, hey, your sub's not safe. Like, people will die if you go down in that sardine can to the bottom of the ocean. And he got fired, and so he sued them because that was an unjust fire. Like, that was not correct. And, like, I cannot believe that this CEO of a company is, one, dumb enough to go down in the can of beans that was that submarine down to see the Titanic and not come back. But two, like, just fire people for, like, safety concerns. Safety is important, especially in the water. Like, it's so dangerous. Also, one side note, BBC is releasing a documentary on the Titan Submarine tomorrow. It's not even done yet. Why are we releasing a documentary? These news companies are trying to compete with YouTubers like Moist Critical to get to the information before we do. Why? Why are we making this already? But anyways, there are funny things that have come out of this situation. First of all, you may see an equivalent in this situation, a parallel, one might even say, to the game Iron Lung, which, you might know due to its popularity with some horror YouTubers online, or the fact that Markiplier is making a movie with it. Or, for those of you that have no clue what Iron Lung is, it's literally a game where there's a bunch of lore, and you're going into a blood ocean. It's weird, but the epitome of it is, it's a game where you go into the ocean with a very jank submarine, with room for approximately 5 people, although it's just one of you, and all you get is a little camera. You don't have any windows or anything, and about like 4 buttons to move the submarine. So almost an exact replica of Ocean Gate Submarine that goes down to see the RMS Titanic. Who knew that video game directors could actually predict the future? But here we are in this reality yet again. This is an insane place to live in. Well, if you go down to the reviews of this game, some of them are so good. I played this with a Logitech F710 and the 3 of my rich buddies for full immersion. Based on a true story. Ocean Gate Submarine, $250,000. Iron Lung, $6. The choice is yours, okay? What do you think is a better investment? I don't know if there's any other good ones. But, yeah, it's so funny. I see my old Logitech F310 works on this game. Anyone know if the F710 works as well? Well, apparently not, because you get lost at the bottom of the ocean trying to see the Titanic. Yeah, that's a lot of different elements that have been unlocked in this story recently, especially since they heard, apparently, knocking coming in the ocean right now, and I'm scared because if they find the sub and they bring it to the surface and there's like one man in the sub and just bones because he ate the rest of them, that'll be a problem. Because humanity resorting to cannibalism is not fun. But you know what is funny? The billionaire's son. The billionaire's son, on the day that things went wrong, posted, "It might be distasteful being here, but my family will want me to be at the Blink-182 concert show, as it's my favorite band, and music helps me with difficult times." Look at that guy. He is clearly mourning the loss of his father. Of course, I know, who am I to really say, like, how someone deals with mourning? Going to a concert, that's fine. Like, sure, maybe going to a concert and going out and distracting yourself is a great way to get over it. But then, I don't know how to explain this next part. So, I'll let you guys be the judges of this part. He's clearly gotten over it quite fast, because he tweeted out as well, "Ladies, I'm single," which I think he might be just using the current fame of his father in this horrific accident to kind of utilize publicity to meet women, which is weird. But people did some digging into his past, and he's tweeted some weird things out in the past. Like, "I'm spending my birthday on Twitter. And also, I got an OnlyFans gift certificate for my birthday." Both of which are things that I don't think Batman could waterboard out of me in an interrogation. That was, who openly talks about this online? I don't know. I just thought that part was weird. But then what else do we have? Oh, yeah. This happened today. I'm gonna have to blur that out. I'm gonna pretend, I don't know what I edited in to cover up this woman, but there's a half-naked woman under the image. And it says, "Can I sit on you?" Yes, please! Really? Well, about a few trillion gallons of water are sitting on your father right now at the bottom of the ocean. Why is he so open about this? It's so silly. I don't know. This is just overall a strange situation. I mean, of course, I hope that we find the people. The knocking is a good sign, unless, of course, the knocking is just the sub knocking against a coral reef because it's been stuck and it's emptied. But I'm hopeful that we find someone. There are only a few hours left of oxygen, so I don't think they have time to resort to cannibalism, because I think we can hope that the billionaire doesn't get that hungry within a 96-hour period. But yeah, hopefully that goes out well. But that's not it for today. There's more. There's more information to talk about. Don't you love that? I love news. Well, the first thing that I think is quite entertaining to me and quite silly is Joe Rogan. I don't know much about Joe Rogan. He seems like an interesting character. I mean, to be one of the largest Spotify podcasts ever, you have to be a bit of a charismatic guy, but he went on his podcast let me just show you this. Just look at this video.
Hi, Ruff Ruff. I'm so excited to be here with you today.
Yeah.
This is our first podcast coming out as our true selves.
We're furries!
Yeah, we've been holding it in forever.
This is my true identity. And you know what? It just eats me alive to not tell how we met at a furry con.
And what I love about this is Ostenox, which is becoming one of my favorite news sources on Twitter, just out of what I've seen him posting the past few days. He found the exact suit that Joe Rogan got. It was a school mascot, and also $1,700. Eat that, student debt. There's one more clip from it that I think is my favorite thing in the world. I love this one so much. I'm going to play this for you guys, and then we'll open up the last topic for today's video.
Respect for the furry community. Look, I got the feet on and everything.
It's like Bikram fucking.
Yeah, it's very hot in here. If you can fuck with this on, you're an American hero.
You've heard it here first. According to Joe Rogan, furries are American heroes. So, good job, furry community. You've outdone yourselves once again. I don't know who that guest was or really any of the main information about that, but I thought that was so funny that I had to talk about it at least for like a minute or two in my video, because Joe Rogan dressed as a furry, and he was relatively quick-witted with some of his jokes there. I'll admit. You know what? Entertaining fella. Maybe I'll give your podcast a listen once or twice and then get brainworms. But we have one more thing to talk about today, which is Smosh. I grew up as a big listener to Smosh. I loved Smosh. I watched a ton of their videos. It was one of like the things that got me into wanting to make YouTube content. Well, you know how their content got kind of bad recently and their viewership kind of plummeted? They recently bought it back. Anthony and Ian got back together and bought the brand back. And so old Smosh is going to be making a return with their old skits, which I think is really awesome. And I'll probably make a full, like, standalone video on this once they actually put something out, or maybe if more information about this comes out. But as of right now, what we have is Smosh has bought their stuff back. Here it is.
Shut up!
Very cute. Very wholesome. I love the little giggle. They posted a 4-minute video on their main channel. I don't want to sit through the whole video right now, but essentially it's just they bought it back. It was owned by Rhett and Link for a little while, and now it is owned by our OG boys again. I have one thing I'm scared about, though. So Smosh, and by the way, their new banner and profile picture is Chef's Kiss Peak. I love it so much. Smosh used to thrive off of very much like 2013 through 2015 style humor. And I'm genuinely curious as to how they're going to convert that style of humor into modern day. Because, like, I don't know if, like, the same staring and screaming is going to do the same for people as it used to. Maybe a little bit for the nostalgia, but I feel like it might get old quickly. But the thing is, I respect Ian and Anthony so much, and I have a good feeling that whatever they're going to be putting out is going to be good. I think they're going to put out genuinely good content. I'm just curious as to what it's going to be. And I'm definitely going to react to it live on my stream at some point. But, yeah, who knows? I'm hoping they put out some good stuff, though, because I love them so much. And I'd love to see more. I've heard people talk about how there's going to be, like, another food battle 2023. And if that happens, I will wet my pants. But, yeah. Also, I'm going to be going on vacation starting Saturday. This upcoming Saturday, up until the next Saturday. So I'll be gone for a week. Although I will still try and put videos out daily. I'll probably record them at the campsite that I'll be at, and I'll record them on my phone, edit them really quickly. They'll be lower quality, but I still want to put stuff out for you guys. Also, if you haven't, subscribe. It'd be pretty cool of you. I'd love to see you in more content like this. And like the video. Liking is hard. And also comment on some of your thoughts with this. Joe Rogan furry stuff. Smosh coming back. Or all the different things with the submarine. What are your thoughts? I'm genuinely curious as to what you guys think, because that's one of my favorite things. Reading the comments. They're fun. I enjoy it. But, yeah, that's about it for now. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you whenever I post again, which will probably be tomorrow. And as always, adios, arrivederci, and hey, ladies, I'm single. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not.